This week I had the idea to make these little air plant holders. So I started out with some sheet metal that I cut into pieces like this, and then I had to hammer them so that they would be a little bit bulbous because I thought it would be cool if they were 3D, which is why I cut all the pieces out separately and then soldered them together again so I could get that nice three-dimensional look to it. This process is basically hammering evenly on both sides and then hammering really hard in the middle and going back to make sure it's flat. So then I had to solder the pieces together to make my nice little sombrero. Then it was time to make the frame for the little air plant. So I hammered these wires straight and then had to sand the tips to get them to be at the right angle so they would fit together neatly for soldering. And then the tricky part was trying to get the angles right when things got three-dimensional, so I basically just ended up using these two little metal props to hold the smaller triangle upright while the larger triangle laid flat. And I was worried that the small triangle would come apart at this point in the process because I'm not using medium and soft solder, it's all just the same stuff, but luckily everything worked and did not fall apart, probably because this is a really strong shape. Then the last thing to do was to solder the geometric structure onto my little agave and saguaro plants. The last thing I was able to get to yesterday was adding some color with patina, but I'm planning on adding a frame to make it a nice, cohesive, living piece of metal art.